You could have several different bodies. There, that's pretty good right there. That's nice and level. All you'd have to do is just pop your pins in now on the top, and that's all that's going to secure your body in. Basically like that. Okay, we will get this body scuffed. We're going to take and mask off the windows on the inside. We will then go and scuff the whole body on the inside, and I will pick out a color. I think I'm going to go see if I can find a classic old baby blue, maybe with a white top. You know, we'll do maybe a white roof and baby blue body. We'll get some brown paint and paint the wood slats back here brown. There's a lot of different ways we can do it. We will be back with the scuffed and masked body, and we'll go from there. Okay, we did some rough fitting on some of the stuff. I think we're going to go with the Castle Sidewinder ESC back here on the center cross member back above the rear axle. We've got the Castle Creations BEC unit. That'll give me a full 6 volts to the steering servo. That's strapped on right there. Our motor wires are going to run down this side attached to the motor here. We've got our BEC lead, ESC lead, those will get strapped down to this side. Battery plug harness is going to go across the other side. That's pretty much the way I want that. The body itself, we've got it masked off. I masked off the bed. That'll be a different color. Got the windows masked. I will grab the paint and we'll spray this, let it dry. We've got some window trim stickers to apply to the windows and some headlight stickers, grill insert stickers. We'll get all the stickers put on this thing and button her up and put the receiver in it and take her for a test drive. One quick note here. I just happen to be looking and going over a few things on the truck. On page 24, both steps 35 and 36, they show in the manual putting the aluminum shim basically on before the shock goes on both steps. They show the screw, the aluminum shim, then the shock, and then mounting it up. That is incorrect. I didn't think that looked right. I went back and looked actually at some pictures later on, and you can actually see in their pictures at the end of the book where they've got the shim in between the shock and the shock mount. So what I did, and it actually makes more sense, relocated those shims. You can see it right there in between the shock mount and the shock. Brings the shocks out. The springs don't hit on the chassis at all. Just another little minor mistake, but easily taken care of. All of them have been fixed. Done. Okay, we've got the body painted. Basically, just gave her a quick, easy paint job. We want the blue metallic. Painted the inside of the bed rails black, and we did front bumper and rear bumper black, and used some of the axial supplied stickers and put the window trim on, the grill headlights, door handles, the axial custom auto repair stickers, something a little spiff it up a little bit. Basically all that's left to do is wire up the motor, put the receiver in, and take this thing for a test drive. We'll be back in a little bit and we'll basically wire everything up, get it all done, and we'll take this thing outside and take her for a run on the rocks. Okay, we've gone and wired everything up. Basically, you can see everything running into the receiver inside the box. Basically, the box is not watertight. There's no rubber seal. It's just plastic to plastic. Wouldn't take much to make it watertight. Some silicone and whatnot. The receiver's in there just mounted with Velcro on the bottom. I use a Spectrum system 2.4, so no big long antenna tube. You see the wires running along. There was this extra wire retainer clip in the kit. I swapped out the screw for one of the countersunk ones and actually installed that over here to keep the motor wires away from the spur gear. You'll see everything soldered up on the motor. Motor wires go back up, zip tied in a couple of spots along the frame. I use black zip ties, keep everything nice and tight. There's our Castle VEC unit, the Sidewinder speed control. I've actually still got the switch mounted on this one. I normally don't. I usually will cut the wires, solder them together. Your batteries, your switch. That way you don't accidentally leave a battery plugged in, which residual drain will drain them. Coming down the other side, I made actually an extension for the battery to the ESC, which plugs in here, goes into the two clips right here. Battery wire comes around and it can actually plug that in. That will sit up and tight and away from the motor and stuff and the drivetrain. Battery's strapped in nice and tight. She's basically ready to roll. We will see you outside on the rocks and in the snow for a little scale truck driving.